Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Louis!
Come on. I got one. Check the
40.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
Now Wentz rolling to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
I'm trying to collect.
Check 26.
The first carry down for Jordan Howard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down and on his tie long to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. First carry for Darius Geis. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And I give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Watch out. Check 52.
Solid.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
50. Pac-Man.
Right there. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Go. 120.
Mike. I smell fear in that offense.
They run with Howard. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check nickel.
Wentz going to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, empty. We got time.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner. On my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Back.
Now Wentz. Being chased out left. And the Eagles are in for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Lucky. Kill.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Working from the gun, Wentz steps away. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Come on now.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Right back to Sanders on first down. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Redskins scoop it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, past the 20. 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins.
Every time, keep putting that ball on the ground.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Check 25. Check 25.
Black, come on. 81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. Let's go. Switch. Switch.
49. Sunday. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Throwing his wins. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the delay, it's Howard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Five nine. Hey, exit.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Second down, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Redskins.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up now on a second and 15 following that sack. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, 57, 57. Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Watch quick.
On first down, Howard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm here all day. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A quick throw, it's Arcega-Whiteside. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 38-yard line.
Go. 180. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Kill. Go. Sunday. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, Mike. Ready? 58, boy. 58. 58, Mike. Come on, boy.
From the 38, Wentz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw, Haskins. Dancing to his left. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now they try the right side here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the foot. Bring it, guys. Fight 51.
Now Haskins to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
No.
14, 82, 14. Bravo.
Throwing now is Wentz. This pass complete to Higgins. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now, Wentz again. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Ramp.
I got you. Pop. Tighten up.
Again, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Crunch.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deion Kane. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, this is Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Haskins on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Again, it's Howard, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hatchet. Mike.
Running from the gun with Howard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's get it. Kill. Get the 3 to Mike. Hey, high 7. Army. Hey, switch gears. Check.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check three, check three, check three.
Hang in there now, hang in there now.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try again with Howard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check 37, check 37.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt to tell my offense right here.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Haskins to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Hey, Delta!
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They start on the ground with Geis. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run with Geis. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a